Welcome to Inner Racing by Motorsport This is the audio version of my popular monthly free video series on mental skills in motorsport. I'm your host Greg, and I'm here to share with you practical insights and strategies to help you enhance your mental racing performance both on and off the track. So get ready as we dive deep and explore the mindset behind successful racing, and as we look at practical ways that you can sharpen your racing mental skills performance and gain a competitive edge when you go racing. Let's get started. Hi everybody, I just want to look at building a mental skills habit. So what do I mean by building a mental skills habit? Well, this video was originally going to be called Gym and Sim. And when we look at the different elements that go into our performance, so we have our physical skills. We're talking about our fitness, and we're talking about, the things that we do in order so that we can physically go racing. Then we've got our technical skills. So think about that as your sort of on-track hard skills that you've got enabling you to do what you do. The things that you've learned that enable you to drive or ride as you do. And then we've got your mental skills, which kind of underpins everything else. Because if I don't have my mental skills in place, I can't deliver my physical and technical skills to the best of my ability. So let's have a look about what I'm talking about when I'm talking about building a mental skills habit. So what do I mean by building a mental skills habit? Practice, basically. If we think about those other two elements, we think about the technical skills and we think about the physical skills. Physical skills, how do we take care of physical skills? That element that allows us to physically go out and have the stamina, the endurance and the fitness to go racing on 2 wheels or 4 wheels. How do we do that? Strength and conditioning. We go to the gym. We are cardiac fitness. 3, 2, 1. So what do we mean by, a mental skills habit? Well, let's think about the other two elements and then look at how mental skills are similar. A mental skills habit would be practice. So if we look at 3, 2, 1. So what do we mean by a mental skills habit? Building a mental skills habit. Well, let's think about the other two elements first of all. So a physical skills habit. How do we build a physical skills habit? Well, physical skills, as we said, is fitness, strength and conditioning, being able to go racing physically, having the strength and the endurance and the stamina to be able to deliver the technical skills that we develop. And to do that, we have personal trainers, and we have strength and conditioning coaches, and we make sure that come race day, we're ready to perform. We take care of our nutrition. We do all these things that allow us to physically perform when it comes time. And in an average week, that might be going to the gym 3 times, 5 times, 7 times. Everybody's a little bit different. But we're spending time developing our physical skills so that when it comes time to deliver, we can do it. We have the strength, we have the conditioning, we have the fitness and the endurance to be able to deliver our technical skills on track. Then we've got our technical skills. How do we develop our technical skills? Well, this is the actual skill of driving or riding. So how do we develop that? Well, a lot of it is practice again. How do we practice? Well, we go on test days. So we go testing. We have even Friday practice, which many of you know I'm a big fan of saying Friday practice isn't about being top of the timesheets. It's about actually taking some time to develop your skill on a Friday so that you can take that improvement in your skill throughout the whole of your season. But to develop our technical skills, we go testing. We also use a sim. So most people that I speak to, most drivers, will certainly be on the sim every week, building their technical skills, learning the tracks, learning their braking points, keeping their hand in, as it were, with their hand-eye coordination, their braking points, what they're going to be doing when they're actually on track. So our technical skills might also involve ideas and understandings of mechanics and geometry. So I know a lot of you as well at the moment are, when you're at the track, getting a better idea of what's actually happening with the geometry of the car when you're racing, and getting a better understanding of the setup and the different changes that can be made either to suspension, or if it's in karting, we've got the sprockets and we've got the amount of caster that you might be putting on the car, understanding how these things affect how it drives. And so our technical skills are our hand-eye coordination, our actual physical driving skills, as well as our understanding of what's going on when I'm actually out on track. And then that brings us to mental skills. And mental skills are, as I said, it underpins the other two, because many of you know I'm a great believer on, if I don't have good mental skills, it's very hard for me to apply any of the other things. It's very hard for me to go to a track and be able to deliver what I do if my head's not in the right place. And many of you will have experienced that. So how do we build a mental skills habit in the same way that we are with our physical skills? So we're going to the gym every day, or multiple times a week. Or our technical skills, where we're spending time on the sim, we're learning about geometry and mechanics and things like that, and test days. How do we also build a mental skills habit? And the first thing is practice, actually spending time. So we have our sessions, and we'll spend some time in most sessions at some point during a session looking at maybe a particular tool. But during our week, in between our race weekends, we need to be building a mental skills habit so that we can deliver those other two components to our very, very best ability. Of course, if you're an HRV user, you could always throw in HRV as well. 5 minutes for an HRV session done half a dozen times a week really helps with managing your emotional self-regulation, your focus, your concentration, as well as improving your HRV. So think about how you could put some time apart. 3, 2, 1. So think about how you can put some time, set some time aside, make some time to actually go through, review your mental skills, review the tools that you know. Go into the app, have a look at the how-to section, reminding yourself of the tools that when you come to go racing, you can use these tools that will then allow you to deliver your physical and your technical skills to the very, very best of your ability. So set yourself some mini goals, if you like, to review 1 or 2 tools a week. It might only take 15-20 minutes 3 times a week, but you're building a mental skills habit so that when you go racing, all of these 3 areas, all these 3 key components that go into your recipe for success are at their absolute very best. So think about developing your mental skills habit. What does that look like for you? What do you do well? What could you improve upon? What aren't you doing? Think about how you can put that together for you so you become the whole package when you go racing at your weekend. Of course, any thoughts, any questions about how you go about building your own mental skills habit, just let me know the next time we speak. We'll have a look at it for you and look at what would be the right kind of level for you and how might you go about that. So any thoughts, any questions, let me know or bring it up the next time we speak, and I'll speak to you in the next video. Take care. Bye.
And that wraps up another episode of Inner Racing by Motorsport Mind. I hope you found this month's topic valuable in your journey towards peak performance in your racing. To stay updated with the latest content, be sure to subscribe to the newsletter, download the app, and subscribe to the blog. Just visit motorsportmind.com or follow the links.